You're listening to Evergreen Media Network. I am Cindy Schwartz, and this is the Patient Partner Show. We're a podcast also on Spreaker and its platform, so look us up there. It is also broadcast on iHeart Talk Radio, so we're around the world, too. Jeannie Roller, you are in Indiana. I am in Florida, and we are talking today about insurance experience in your people that you know and what you want to talk about. Some of these insurance experiences are just quite abominable, my word. And these are all our opinions on this podcast. We're not doctors. We're not lawyers. It's just different situations that we've found ourselves in, and we're trying to navigate and kind of trying to come up with some solutions for ourselves and also to help the listeners. Because this navigation stuff is just mind-boggling, and at the end of the day, we always come back to the dollar sign, Jeannie. So let's talk about what your family, what your friends have gone through.
Well, you remember, Cindy, we talked a couple months ago about my mother going for a flu shot that was supposed to be free, but then she got a bill for the MA giving the flu shot, and I mean, these things keep coming. My sister gets phone calls saying that if she doesn't have a primary physician, then they will cancel her insurance. Well, you don't have to have a primary physician. The other thing is they've pressured my sister into making house calls. They have a PA and an NP or such come to her house. Well, come last week or week before last, my mother got one of those calls. Now, she's 93. She's very sharp. And she was adamant to this person calling her that, no, I don't want anyone coming to the house. No, 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 no. And it finally got to the point where this person on the phone call, in essence, threatened her, saying, well, you will either have to do it by such and such date, or we will take action and have it done. It's like, you'll do what? And so I had her call the actual insurance company and speak to them. And they were like, oh, that should never have happened. Well, these people that you're contracting these services out to, they want to make sure that they're, I guess, providing the services so that they won't get canceled. So they are getting very strong-arming people, and a lot of older people, they would agree to it. And the thing is, they said, well, it won't take place of your regular doctor's visit, which also the insurance company owns my mother's doctor's practice now.
Okay, so yeah.
This doctor's practice is owned by the insurance company, and they're wanting her to come every 3 months rather than what she was doing before, every 6 months or a year. Mm-hmm. So it's just never ending, the pressure that they're putting on people to get them to open up. But the thing about these people coming into your house to do these things that your primary physician is already doing because they're pressuring you to come in every 3 months is really repetitive and unneeded. But the thing that they do that really bothers me is they take stock of your house. They make notes. Well, such and such, they have this kind of furniture. They have these kinds of appliances. We saw this, we saw that. They also told my mother that they could put a camera on her and video everything around her. I'm like, what? No.
And who are these people being sent by? The insurance company or the medical people?
Yes.
Who? Yes, to which one?
Well, both, because they are contracted by the insurance company to provide these home services to come and do physicals on people. Although they're also advocating that you must go to your doctor, primary care doctor, every 3 months. But they're also advocating that they have to have access to you so that they can also come in and do the same thing that your primary physician is doing, doing a mini physical. They said they could do it right there in the kitchen.
So
what?
So what you're saying, I'm trying to get to the bottom of this. So what you're saying is it's a medical facility. They're being sent by some kind of medical facility that the insurance company is paying for.
Right.
Am I saying this the right way? It's part of the insurance company.
Yeah, it's an arm of the Yeah, it's the arm of the insurance company. They own these companies that provide home care services, or just like a primary physician would do. They would come in, take your blood pressure, take your temperature, look in your ears, do a physical if needed, whatever. So it would be the same kind of care that you would get going to the doctor. And they're wanting to do that at home while trying to mandate that you go to your doctor every 3 months. And she's like, I don't want to. When I'm sick, I can call my doctor and get in. I know when I'm sick. And they're like, no, you have to do this. You have to do this, or else we're going to take action against you. And it was kind of a threat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this is because her doctor, now her primary care doctor, is in this system. It's in this. He's in this specific medical system. He's not a private practice doctor any longer. Is that correct?
No, this has nothing actually to do with her doctor. No.
It doesn't. Well, okay.
Anything that her doctor. Yeah, this is a separate arm of the insurance company. The insurance company, yes, they do own her doctor's practice, but yes, they own other businesses that provide health care. So they're trying to, force both her going to her doctor and having them come to the house, which, she doesn't want, because she feels it's an invasion of her privacy, and she certainly doesn't want a camera on her.
Yeah, well,
on her person.
Yeah, sometimes people get that idea in their head just because the age number on a piece of paper, is supposed to connotate that this is, going to happen with you, blah, 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 which is wrong, to wrongly assume that. So you said, though, you called the insurance company and they said that should have never happened. So I don't know what the dynamic is on why there's, people talking out of both sides of their mouth then, or both sides of the insurance equation, I should say.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like the right hand doesn't know what the left hand is doing, or do they? But a lot of people would have said, okay, because most people are trained to say yes when a medical person says you need this done. Mm-hmm. A lot of people will.
Yeah, I would have called the doctor's office right away and said, I don't understand what this is. I see you, specifically because blah, 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 blah. Why is this getting involved also?
Yeah. Well, yeah, and the doctor's office wouldn't have known anything about it because he didn't have anything to do with it. So
yeah. But in other words, to know what kind of care you should get going forward, that you wouldn't need care every 3 months, I guess is what I'm saying. Yeah. To stick with the every 6 months.
She doesn't. Yeah. Yeah, that's what she wants. And she was even saying, well, I don't even know if I need to go every 6 months unless I think I need to go.
Yeah.
And
I get that.
So, she's an adult, but, the strong arming, the threatening is what is the scary part, that they can do that with a lot of older people who would give in and say, okay.
Well, just anybody would. Allow these. Yeah, we talk about the trust factor in all of the situations with the medical system. You want to be able to trust them. And the other thing I'm thinking is, how many double dips are you going to do into this insurance money pot?
Right.
Where is the money coming from for this? If you're going to say that this, home care visit is going to be how much money? Probably a couple $100. I don't know. And now you're going to dip into what's already supposedly not enough money in the insurance program to begin with? Doesn't make any sense to me. So, some of it just doesn't add up. It just doesn't add up at all. And it doesn't wow.
Yeah. It is an invasion of privacy, because she doesn't want someone coming in and taking video of her surroundings, because that's her private area. And she doesn't want them to think that they can put a camera on her to watch her.
Well, it's kind of going back when people say, doctors don't, we only got a couple of seconds left. Doctors don't make house calls any longer. So now, because of COVID too, a lot of us went into the video healthcare kind of thing, because the doctors, you couldn't see the doctors in the office. And this is that, but it's that on steroids, if you will, for lack of a better word, that, now all of a sudden we're going to give you home health care. But, here's the hoops you're going to jump through. You really don't need it, but we're going to make you have it anyway. It just, that dynamic is just unreal, in my opinion. On that note, stay listening to Evergreen Media Network.